Welcome back to Big Ben's Outdoors, and today I'm finally reviewing a product I've had for a couple months, and that's because I didn't get the greatest first impression of it, and I wanted to actually test it and see. And I'm mixed on this thing, so I'm gonna let you guys be the judge, and I'm gonna kind of talk through what my testing process, my thought process was. This is the Pathfinder slash Self Reliance Outdoors folding saw, and this is available on their website for $10. Um, the first thing you'll notice is it's definitely plastic, right? It's definitely plastic, and I'm going to talk through why I was initially unimpressed with it. Very plasticky, not branded at all. See that screw? Like the centering screw, it's sticking out. I mean, come on, that doesn't leave a great first impression. There's a hole for a lanyard, and when I bought it, I saw the reviews comparing it to the Silky Pocket Boy. I mean, this is not a Pocket Boy. Here's a Benchmade mini grip pillion just to compare the size. I mean, it's not that much bigger than a mini grip, and this is a small folding pocket knife. So I wasn't necessarily impressed, nor was I impressed at the blade, which on the website, carbon steel, et cetera, et cetera. Now, let me be very clear. I'm not at all going to trash Pathfinder, Self Reliance Outfitters, or Dave Canterbury. I absolutely love my carbon steel skillet and other products from them. Fantastic products. And I'm not going to trash this one either because I've used it. I just got done. So today I'm out on a hike with my dog Goose, and we're going to make lunch out here. And this is the perfect use for it. So here's a little Emberlit stove, and I had a bunch of deadfall like this that I collected, and I wanted to process it. So I thought I'd process it. Well, now I have like a literal stack sitting here that I process through pieces like this using this saw exclusively. For the most part, I used my Leatherman Surge for a couple pieces just to compare. And man, am I mixed on this thing. For my uses, for something like this, for something that maybe necessarily I could take all my lunch and everything I need to cook it in my canteen carrier, this might be the ticket, right? This might work. Then again, I need to find one of my Swiss Army knives with a saw blade and compare. So hopefully I will do that. If not, I'll make a note down below making fun of myself. Now, usually I carry with me a Leatherman, and currently in there in the MCC is my Surge. Now, this isn't a very fair comparison because this is like $130, $140 multi-tool. But again, this gives you an idea of the blade size, right? So it's essentially, it's what, an inch longer than the Surge. However, it does do a good job cutting stuff. And that's where I'm so mixed on this thing. Would I rather have everything all in one in my multi-tool? Yeah, and will that probably be because again, this bag is in flux right now. Right now the Surge is in it, but I'm looking at putting something different in there. But for a piece of wood like this, I mean, that's okay. You get a nice clean cut. Seeing all these. But it isn't a pocket boy, right? With a pocket boy you can process much larger pieces. And I feel like a little easier. But it's not junk. Now, here's my gripes with it. Again, number one, you'll see that's sticking out. You put this in your pocket, you're eventually going to tear your pocket. I don't like that. So that's number one. Number two, so that this was already bent like this from the second I pulled it out of the box, right? And the blade is pretty flimsy. That could be a plus for sawing. A lot of saw blades are like that, so I'm not gonna ding it necessarily on that. It does lock very well. The locking mechanism is stout. I've been testing it out here, and it is a very stout locking mechanism. Here's my problem when it comes to the whole thing together. When I go to close it, there, I've cut my hand on this thing a couple times now. Every time I use this thing, I cut my hand on it because I gotta sit here. You gotta, like, I'm not being dramatic, okay? This is literally how you have to close it. You have to wiggle. You have to wiggle it and get it in there. If it would do that, if two things in this were fixed, if the closing and that sticking out were fixed, oh yeah, $10. I would probably keep in a bag. I can see it because again, I can see it being very useful for stuff like this. If you don't carry a multi-tool, if you don't carry a Swiss Army knife with a blade, it's just that darn blade. Oftentimes you'll see knife geeks talking about blade centering. And if you see how this one is just all the way over there, I could probably fix it by putting a washer in here or something, and I might do that. There's a reason why they talk about blade centering. Again, like you see in this bench blade, how it's right in the middle there, blade's nice and centered. That's because when I go to close it, it just, but there's a reason why that I can easily open and close it. It's not getting caught. I'm not having to fiddle with it. So those are two big things. Where do I land on this one? I'm gonna let you be the judge. I don't know where I land on this yet. I'm going to have to evaluate this compared to where I land multi-tool wise, Swiss Army knife wise, et cetera, et cetera. I just don't know. I was very hopeful that this could be something that I could leave in my canteen carrier or haversack and just have, and buy a couple of them, frankly, for the price, but I just can't do that right now. So again, you be the judge. It does for sawing wood, for pieces like this, for a little stove like this, it's a great option. Absolutely. I can't knock it. It's a fantastic little option for that. Anything bigger than this? I don't know, man. It would get you by in a pinch, but I would much rather have, if I'm taking a haversack or a backpack or something bigger, I'd much rather have like a pocket boy. And if I'm taking my MCC, my canteen bag, my walking bag, I just don't know if this is going to live in there or if I'm going to end up using a multi-tool. But that's just me. You be the judge for yourself. Again, when it does need, when it saws, it does a great job of sawing. I just don't like this, and I'm not going to knock it on the wood grade plastic too much, right? Does it feel cheap? Yeah, but it's $10. And that being said, I'm pretty sure you can get this exact same thing on certain Chinese websites that start with a T and end with an emu for about $4 or $5. Then again, you're paying $3 or $4 shipping. Might as well support a USA company that imports them. But man, I just wish it would close. If it would close, if those two things were fixed, it would live in a bag, and I'd buy more of them. But I can't. So there you go. That's what I think of it. Joining me today, right here, you'll see my co-pilot Goose. He's my dog, and he's a rescue dog. I rescued him from a rescue down a very wonderful shelter down in southern Kansas a few months ago, and that brings me to what I'd like to have you all do. If you could take the time to help out your local animal shelter, help out your local animal rescue. If that's giving them $5, I know there's rescues around here that have said even $5. You don't know how much that helps them. Or volunteer your time. My dad walks dogs at our local humane society every week. Volunteer some time to do that, or even better, adopt a new friend. But if you can, please do that. And if you don't have a local animal shelter, animal rescue, I've linked a couple local ones down below that really could use your help. And also, while you're down there, check out some of my friends on my channel. Great guys down there, and some amusing content. And please come back again. I'm going to bring you more of this stuff. And if you would subscribe, if you do all that stuff so that the whole AIs and the bleepity bloops can do their thing, I'd really appreciate it. But there you go. There's my review. I'm so mixed on this thing. I can't come to a conclusion, but hopefully I've given you enough information that you can come to your own, and maybe it'll work for you. I think it might end up working for me. So, and I came into this wanting to just light this thing on fire. There you go. Actually use it out in the field. Use your stuff. Have a great day. Enjoy the weather. It's beautiful. I'm going to make some lunch.